It's a big Cowboys game this week. Obviously, taking on the in-state Houston Texans there at AT&T Stadium on Monday night. Brian's been previewing on film both the defense and offense of these Houston Texans. There are no secrets anymore. What I wanted to ask is, their passing game, they're getting Nico Collins back, Brian, averages 17 yards per catch, 113 per game. We'll get more on that here. Yeah. Maybe coming up in the Expressway at 5:20 is joining us now, brought to you by Keurig and Dr. Pepper, is Cowboys linebacker Eric Kendricks. And a good afternoon. How you doing?
What's up?
Yeah, you tell us what's been the emphasis this week as you go up against one of the best teams in the AFC. What are you guys working on?
Shoot, playing good defense. I feel like they obviously have a lot of weapons. Good run game, good quarterback. Just trying to get our matchups right, get our play set, and have a good week of practice.
How about the theme at home? It's we've been used to the Cowboys being quite successful at home, but not quite this year yet. Can you put your finger on anything that's contributed to that?
No, I feel like it's a collective. Obviously, it's a team sport. But yeah, I'm excited to get that that first one under the belt.
Now, what do you think? Could you use a little help from the fans here as far as the volume? What do you think about our Cowboys fans? We love them. Sometimes we say we're a little bit too polite and quiet down here in Texas. We need to get a little bit more rowdy. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like we got to give them something to cheer for. We got to make the game fun and interesting, and then everything will be exactly how it should be.
What do you think about playing on Monday Night Football? Does it still have that same aura? Like when I was a kid, it was like Monday night's the primetime night. I feel like some of the better games now, maybe they've flipped to Sunday Night Football. I don't know if that's changed at all for you as a player.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like just there's just certain games, certain feelings, certain atmosphere. Any point of the year. I remember we had a game last year on a Sunday, just a day game in Foxborough, but it was like a rainy game, and I feel like even then it just kind of felt like, okay, this is like the football games that I was used to seeing as a kid. So I feel like anytime you can get yourself in that kind of mindset, especially on a Monday night, you got to go for it.
As a veteran of a decade or more, do all games still seem massive? I mean, there's so many people there. It's the NFL. Do you ever get used to it?
No, I feel like every game is important, and obviously, I don't really people realize like how good teams really are, and every team's really, it's really any given Sunday. But at the same time, I feel like there's just those times where there's high stakes on the game, and it has that feeling. I can't explain it, but you'd be a fool to not take every game serious.
You mentioned playing in the rain. What's the ideal football weather?
The ideal football weather for me?
Yeah.
The ideal football weather is probably like 50 degrees. Pretty, good, sunny. I feel like between 40 and 50 degrees, you can run all day. You're not really sweating. It's crispy. The air is crispy. It's cold, but it's not too cold. Yeah, I don't know.
It feels like fall, like that's
fall, yeah.
Right there.
I feel like it feels like the Turkey Bowl type thing.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Gavin earlier, I think, gave us the weather report. It'd be like 65 degrees Monday night. Mm-hmm. What do you think about opening this roof?
The roof opens.
The roof opens. I know that's how rare it's ever opened.
I don't know. I'm new here, guys. I don't know anything. They
built it like the old Texas Stadium, where they still it can retract and it's open. They just rarely ever open it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that. That'd be sick. Have they ever done it? Have they ever had a game with it open?
They have.
Yeah, handful.
That'd be cool.
That was
It looks gorgeous.
Now, speaking of weather and the stadium, what would you think about like 70 degrees? It's almost perfect. You're in the shade, but the sun peeks through in certain spots and just blasts you in your eyes.
It's crazy. There was actually one play where I was, I think Hurts threw it to the sideline, and I kind of just like didn't see it be thrown to the sideline. No, but I remember, obviously my days in Minnesota, there was times where we would be playing, I don't know, let's say the Cardinals, and it was like the middle of winter, and I was like, why don't we just open the gates and just make it, even though we have an indoor stadium, why don't we just make it 25 degrees in here? Like, why don't we just like freeze them out? But I feel like you're just always gonna, when you're in Miami, it's 110 degrees. When you're in Denver, you have a lot of elevation. You're always dealing with something.
Hey Eric, how hard was that hit that Overshown ran into you? I mean, to me, I've seen people get hit, and it's like kind of like you were trying to like make the play, and he came flying. You never saw him, did you?
Nah. I feel like, I feel like definitely the hardest hits that I've experienced in my entire football career have always been from players on the defense.
Sure.
It's just
flying.
It's just inevitable. Some of the biggest hits I've taken have been from my own color. So it just is what it is. It's part of the game, part of the defense, and yeah.
Who is the?
You'd rather have that, honestly.
Yeah.
Little friendly fire on that one. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know who would be the teammate that was the biggest culprit. Like Harrison Smith, I could see in the Vikings just coming in and just cleaning up shop and smacking you in the back.
Sendejo is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Who? I'm trying to think of some of my worst teammates. Linval. I mean, Linval has got me, and that's a big boy.
Dude.
Linval has got me so many times. Not only has he stepped on my feet sometimes in the run game, but You take it as it comes,
It's the Eric Kendricks Show here on the Fan. Now, don't take this one the wrong way, but do you ever feel like, man, as a veteran, I sacrifice so much. I sacrifice too much. I put my body through all this to be losing like this at this stage. What do you think there?
I feel like we all should take a little. We all should feel that a little bit. We work hard. It's more than just working hard. It's the camaraderie we have in the locker room and things like that. But at the same time, you got to string things together in order to win in this league. It's not easy. So I feel like that to a certain extent. Not feeling sorry for myself. Got to get my way out of it. But at the same time, these opportunities. No matter if it's your first year in the league or if it's your 10th year like me. These opportunities are limited. This is a small portion of our life, and we got to take advantage of the opportunity for sure.
Eric, I was talking about Overshone. Did he take you and Maris out for a dinner? Because the way you guys sold that look about him getting home on those blitzes and stuff like that, you guys did a good job of making those Eagle blockers feeling like you guys were going to bring the house on them there.
Yeah, I feel like the reason why I like that when a player gets a couple sacks like that.
Sure.
It's like, you never know who's gonna come free, who's gonna get it, and when it's your turn, you take advantage of it. That's a beautiful thing, and he made great plays on those. And it's like if it's my turn to show a look and drop out, you know what I mean. So someone else can have success. That's the best part of the game,
Yeah, you guys did a heck of a job with that, man. You got him home a couple of times there, and that's what I'm saying. That disguise and stuff is that can do some damage to an opponent.
Yeah, plus you got his speed, getting through there like that. It's like, that's what you want.
Yeah, Demo, I mean, I think he had like 8 tackles, 2 sacks in the first quarter and 2 minutes or so in that game. Like, he's been unbelievable, but if you could speak to what he means in the locker room a little bit and how he's grown, because, I mean, I saw Buddy Johnson, like every single linebacker ran out on the field to check on him when he went down. It was like a hold your breath moment.
Yeah, I feel like, when you see a guy like that, with, you know what he's capable of, and what he brings, his attitude and his just what he, his effort level, and how much he cares. You only want success with that kind of person, and Demo's going to be a great linebacker. I feel like he knows he has a little bit of things to work on, but the sky is the limit. You know what I mean? I feel like his foundation is incredible. I don't want to gas him up too much, but he's one of the most special linebackers I've ever played with.
Eric Kendricks with us. Were you watching Warriors and Mavericks the other night?
Nope.
Now, we've talked about hoop with you a little bit, haven't we? You're a good basketball player.
Good basketball player.
I play basketball, but I don't really watch sports. But what happened?
Oh, it was just a good game. Klay Thompson went back to the Bay Area, and they celebrated him. And
oh, really? Yeah. They gave him his flowers for putting on for them for so long.
Yeah, he's like a major superstar there in Northern California.
I mean, he's a Cali boy. I think he was born and raised in California, right?
Yes.
His dad was a Laker.
Yeah. So I feel like you're in your home state. You're playing good basketball. You winning a couple of rings, especially with one squad, and then you part ways. It could be a little bit bittersweet, but at the same time, that's what life's about. And anytime you get to go back and smell the flowers, celebrate that, it's pretty cool.
It was cool. So, non-sports fan, but how about boxing? Are you going to be at the fight Friday, AT&T?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. It might be a little late for me though, so we'll see.
You got a bunch of guys on the team going?
I think so. I think that's what if I would go, it would be with some of my teammates for some team camaraderie. before the game.
That always looks like the funnest thing to me when you have the guys like at a fight or at another team in town's playoff game or like a WWE event. How are those deals when you get to go out with the buddies and it's on primetime TV and all that?
Yeah, I feel like it's that's what it's all about. Obviously we do a lot between the lines, but anytime we can disconnect a little bit, enjoy each other's company, it could lead to improvements on the field even.
So growing up, I grew up in the 80s. Iron Mike, just legend, invincible. Now he's fighting this YouTube star. I don't know if like my childhood can handle this, Eric, if he loses.
It's an overload. It's just like, yeah, like what's going to happen? Like what do you guys think?
I can't believe Jake Paul is favored, but
I don't
58 years old. Do you think the old man can still get it done at 58?
I mean, anybody can get hit in the right spot, but at the same time, I don't know. We'll see, he's favored for a reason probably. So
yeah. Vegas does know boxing. That's for sure. When it comes to setting those odds.
What type of fighting background do you have?
Me, I have actually a very, very decorated fighting background. I actually grew up with an older brother, so we're 17 months apart, and we fought about every single day of my life until I think our last fight was 4 days before he went to college at Cal. And that was a bloody one. That was a brawl for the ages. That was the last time we fought. I sent him packing the right way.
Let's go.
I lost this one though,
okay.
But in good spirit, we went to a football game after, and I had to tell everybody I got hit in the face with a football rather than a fist.
Man, my brother is about 2 years older than me too, and that is a sign of pride that I would wear to school. Like if I had actually whooped my brother the night before that.
Oh,
morning.
it.
Yeah.
I remember one time I got him clean in the right between like the nose and the mouth area, and my mom jumped in so I got a clean hit on him. My mom jumped in. We got separated for a while. It kind of fizzled down, and then the next day he went to school, and I was like, "Hey, you see that? You see my brother's lip? I did that yesterday. That was me. My brother was the top dog at our high school and stuff. So
yeah, he was a big deal too, wasn't he? He went to Cal and played running back.
Yeah, he went to Cal and played linebacker. He played in the league 10 years as well, 11 years. So he was definitely top dog at the high school when I did that.
How does that start, Eric? Are you guys like sitting around in the house and just kind of look at each other and then walk outside?
No, it's inside. It's anywhere.
All inside.
It's anywhere, anytime.
Grabbing like foreign objects and stuff.
Yeah.
So
you could throw something out. Sometimes it starts with who. Give me the remote.
Yeah.
It's like, or you just just someone just getting picked on.
Uh-huh.
I made a pact at some point in my life, which I think actually altered how I view my life from here on out. Like,
wow.
I made a pact to myself that if my brother started messing with me at some point, picking on me, bullying me, that I was just gonna swing at his face. So it got to
What age was that?
So at first it was just like we would fight, but at one, I think it was like I was probably, he was 17 going into college. Yeah. So I think I was probably like 15, and I was just like, you know what? I'm getting beat up anyway,
Yeah.
I might as well just put up a stand. Like, I've had enough. And it worked out. It actually worked out better because we fought less when that happened, because he knew he was probably going to get hit in the face.
Yeah, he's got to think twice about that. There's some respect earned.
I thought you put up a hell of a stand last week when Brian was trying to give away all your secrets.
No. I wish you had just told him to F off, really.
Oh, yeah, it's all love, man.
I appreciate you, man. I had to wear that one all week.
Yeah, you know what?
I actually all week.
I left and I felt kind of bad, but I was like, you know what?
Man,
it's good for the spirit.
You're all good. Man.
It was great radio. We loved it.
I just felt like I just got hit between the lip and the nose a little bit. Man, I wore it. Hey, people going, hey, what happened to linebacker? The Cowboys hit me in the face pretty hard.
Well, thank you so much, Eric. Give him hell Monday night. We'll be pulling for you.
I appreciate it. Take it easy.